All of a sudden.
All of a sudden, the dog began to bark loudly.
De repente.
All of a sudden, the dog began to bark loudly. All of a sudden, the earth began to shake. I felt a sharp pain in my side all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, you heard a scream.
All of a sudden, we heard a loud explosion that shook the building. He showed up all of a sudden, as he usually does. All of a sudden, the lights went out.
Went out. Apagaram.
She started crying all of a sudden. I just don't know why all of a sudden they start hating foreigners. It's weird that all of a sudden all those files and folders are gone.
Other than.
Do you speak any other language other than English?
Além do inglês.
Other than one sister, she has no close relatives.
Além de uma irmã. Além de.
There's no way out other than the fire escape. I wouldn't say anything other than that. She doesn't like anyone other than me. Pick any hotel other than this one, or stay in your car. Other than that, I don't really know what to do after that.
Além disso.
I wish I did something other than sleep.
Eu queria que eu fizesse alguma coisa além de dormir.
I do nothing other than watch a lot of Netflix and go out for food. I don't know how to do anything other than go to school.
Either way.
Give me a call either way and let me know if you want to come with us.
De qualquer modo, me ligue. De qualquer modo, either way.
Either way, they were without a leader again. The sea may rise or the land may fall. Either way, the sand dunes will be gone in a short time. I'm not sure whether he is trying to be clever or controversial, but either way, such writing smacks of racism. Either way, they now know you have heard what they have said, and your paraphrase will seem like an agreement. They may want to purchase it from you or offer to hire you for future jobs. Either way, they now know about you and your abilities as a designer. Something's changed in my palate or in the KW culinary scene, but either way, they now have awesome food.
De qualquer modo.
Maybe they didn't take the decision. Either way, they now have a mess on their hands that needs to be fixed. Either way, she is a wonderful mother-in-law and a loving mother to her kids. Either way, he is going to try to catch your attention and impress you in some way.
Buckle down. Se você não se empenhar, if you buckle down.
If you don't buckle down to your job, you'll be fired.
If you don't buckle down. Se você não se empenhar.
You had better buckle down and get your things done.
É melhor se esforçar.
I've wasted a lot of time, and now I have to buckle down and finish my homework. All right, we'll buckle down now and study for exams. Schools, parents, and students need to buckle down and find ways to reach the new standards. He'll have to buckle down if he expects to pass the course. If you don't buckle down, you're not going to graduate. He was by nature a daydreamer and found it hard to buckle down. They will buckle down to negotiations over the next few months. It's time to buckle down and do your chores.
É hora de se empenhar e fazer seus deveres.
They need to buckle down and go forward with a solid plan.
Pick-up line.
That's a cheesy pickup line.
Essa cantada é cafona.
You're so beautiful, you made me forget my pickup line.
Você é tão linda que fez eu esquecer da minha cantada.
This is my first honest pickup line.
Pick-up line. Cantada.
Honestly, dude, that's the worst pickup line ever.
Pick-up line.
This complete pickup line database is made out of phrases that you can use to break the ice. I'm going to teach you a pickup line in French. Pickup lines are evolving due to new technologies and media. Freddie has a new pickup line for every girl he meets in the bar, but he always goes home alone. That's one of the oldest chat-up line I've ever heard.
Shut up line. Cantada.
This is a pretty awful and cringeworthy chat-up line, you'll no doubt agree.
Let go off.
Let go of the door handle, please.
Solte a maçaneta, por favor.
Let go of the door handle, please. Let go of the past and create a life you love.
Deixa o passado pra lá.
Please let go of my sleeve.
Por favor, solte a manga da minha camisa.
I think I need to let go of this false hope that you will change your mind and come back to me. Let go of your excuses. It's time to allow emotional wounds to heal. So let go of your excuses and stop feeling sorry for yourself.
Deixa pra lá suas desculpas.
Why don't you let go of that basket? It's mine. Why don't you let go of your ego?
Por que você não larga do seu ego?
Brad, let go of your selfishness and your anger. I suggest you let go of Princess Naruna if you want me to spare your life. In your email, you asked what I think I need to let go of.
Preciso esquecer.
Yes, I think I need to let go of my grudge to someone.
Ant.
They hate us because they ain't us.
They are not us. They ain't us.
He ain't that good at understanding a girl's emotions.
He is not.
If he is a troll, he ain't that good at it.
Troll. Enchendo o saco. Criticando as pessoas. Hater. Troll.
She ain't a problem. Ain't she beautiful?
Ela não é bonita?
I ain't afraid of your brother.
Eu não tenho medo do seu irmão.
You ain't my daddy. Shut up. We ain't worried about anything. There ain't nobody there to love me.
There is not.
I ain't hungry. I ain't know that.
Eu não sabia disso.
Why you ain't send me no compensation for that?
Why you did not send me to the no compensation for that? Por que você não me enviou nenhuma compensação por isso?
Why you ain't send me no compensation for that? She ain't get what you said.
She did not get what you said.
You ain't seen nothing yet, mate.
You have not seen.
I ain't heard anything of her for 15 years.
I have not heard.
Ain't nothing like home.
There is not nothing like home.
Ain't no woman like the one I've got.
There isn't no woman like the one I got.
Ain't nobody in the house.
There isn't nobody in the house. Tied up.
If I'm very busy doing something, I may say I'm tied up.
Ocupada, tie up.
She's tied up at the moment and can't see you. The phone was tied up for almost an hour. He's tied up with his new book. Mrs. Moran is tied up in a meeting at the moment, but I'll ask her to call you later.
Ocupada.
I can't see you now. I'm all tied up. Sorry, I'm kind of tied up at the moment. Can I call you back? I was tied up in conference all day. Oh, is it 11 o'clock already? I got so tied up with sending out these invitations that I didn't even notice. We are really tied up with doing presentations for a lot of visitors. I'm tied up with doing some other things.
Ocupado fazendo. Get rid of.
Let's get rid of that broken chair.
Vamos nos livrar daquela cadeira quebrada.
Now let's get rid of all this stuff.
Vamos nos livrar.
There was a lot of rubbish to be got rid of.
Jogado fora.
Get rid of these old shoes.
Se livra.
It's time we got rid of this trash. I wish I could get rid of this cold. I can't get rid of this feeling.
Não consigo me livrar desse sentimento.
You need to get rid of those pants.
Você precisa se livrar dessas calças.
I'm trying to think of some way of getting rid of him. He needs to get rid of his pride in order to solve his problem.
I'm game.
Hey man, let's go for a drink. Sure, I'm game.
Claro, tô dentro.
Dude, do you want to go to Denny's? Yeah, man, I'm game.
I'm game.
Do you want to go see a movie tonight? Sure, I'm game. Nothing spooks her, and she is game for anything.
Ela está pronta para qualquer coisa.
He says that he is game for it. She's game for anything. Are you game for tomorrow night or not? Whatever you want to do, I'm game for it. I'm feeling hungry, so I'm going to order a pizza. Who's in? Hey Fred, let's go to the theater. I'm in.
Tô dentro. Look forward to. Eu espero.
I look forward to hearing from you soon.
Eu espero ouvir de você em breve. Look forward.
We look forward to receiving a payment for the services detailed above.
Nós esperamos receber.
She looks forward to seeing you again the next time you are in London. We look forward to having you on board with us. I look forward to meeting you in person. I'm looking forward to talking with you. I'm looking forward to spending time with my family. He is looking forward to visiting another country. She is looking forward to graduating from college. They are looking forward to watching the baseball game. I'm looking forward to the holidays. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I look forward to your reply.
No wonder. Não é de se admirar.
No wonder the baby is crying. She's wet.
Não é de se admirar.
It's no wonder that plant died. You watered it too much. No wonder I couldn't find my keys. They were in the car all along.
Não é de se assustar que eu não consegui achar as minhas chaves.
No wonder he couldn't come.
Não é surpresa que ele pode vir.
No wonder the baby is crying. His diaper needs to be changed.
His diaper, a fralda, precisa ser trocada.
It's no wonder you got a headache with all that junk you eat. It's no wonder they are in the lead for the team challenge so far. It's no wonder it's so cold. The heater is broken.
Não é de se mirar que está tão frio, o aquecedor está quebrado. Grapple with. Lutando.
Brazil is grappling with a lingering corruption scandal.
Lutando. Grappling with.
I have enough to grapple with now. No more problems, please.
Para lidar agora.
I cannot grapple with any additional problems. Some parts of the world are grappling with overpopulation. Today, many Americans are still grappling with the issue of race.
Lutando com a questão da raça.
The government continued to grapple with the issue of public transportation. How companies are grappling with the no-gender society. They're grappling with the struggles and questions people have.
Lidando.
They're grappling with the same cultural differences and language barriers that face volunteers in Thailand. Universities in many countries grapple with cuts in public finances invested in education. Other countries are grappling with budget constraints too. I nailed it.
Eu consegui, eu arrasei, eu aprendi. I nailed it.
Good luck on your performance today, Jimmy. I hope you nail it. Thomas finally got a job as a teacher. He went for the job interview and has nailed it. He was studying a lot, day after day. It was a big struggle, but he nailed it. He is in the university.
Ele conseguiu.
I had a wage negotiating with my boss this week. I think I nailed it. Let's take a look at my 2014 goals and see if I nailed it or failed it. You got an A on your test? You nailed it. Congratulations, man. You nailed it. Do you think she nailed it?
Well worn.
That's a well-worn coat.
Este é casaco bem usado.
That's a well-worn coat. A well-worn shoe.
Sapato velho ou gasto.
This is a well-worn story.
Essa história é muito manjada.
It's a well-worn phrase in English.
Frase muito usada.
It leads you off the well-worn path.
Caminho muito trilhado.
Ecology can be written about without relying on well-worn examples such as tropical rainforests.
Exemplos muito usados.
A well-worn leather armchair. A well-worn saying.
Ditado muito antigo.
That's a well-worn joke already.
Essa já é uma piada muito velha. Take it easy.
Come on, take it easy. I'm not made of steel, you know.
Eu não sou feito de aço, sabe?
You just need a little rest and you'll feel as good as new. Just take it easy.
Apenas vai com calma, take it easy.
They told me to take it easy for a few days.
Relaxar,
Take it easy, man. He's just a kid.
take it easy.
You'd better take it easy for a while. You don't want to get ill again.
Vai com calma.
She said I looked really tired and told me to take it easy. I know you're upset, but you just take it easy. I'll make you some tea. Take it easy. We don't have to be there till noon. Bruce decided to take it easy this weekend. This is her first day here. Please, take it easy on her. See you later, Bill. Take it easy.
Até mais, Bill. Vá pela sombra.
See you later, Bill. Take it easy. See you, Mary. Take it easy.
Vá pela sombra. Look into.
We're looking into the possibility of merging the two departments.
Look into. Verificando a possibilidade.
The police looked into her story.
Investigou a história dela.
I'll have to look into that matter.
Verificar.
Don't worry about your problem. I'll look into it. I'm glad the police is looking into this incident.
Está investigando.
The police looked into the disturbance.
Confusão.
A federal grand jury is looking into the charges of misconduct.
Má conduta.
I wrote a letter of complaint, and the airline has promised to look into the matter. Agent Ryan seems to be acting suspiciously. I'll look into it. I've heard that the police is looking into this matter. We must look into the matter of the missing checks.
I couldn't care less.
Most fans couldn't care less about it.
Muitos fãs não dão a mínima para isso.
Most fans couldn't care less about it. Pick whatever dessert you want. I couldn't care less about the editor's opinion.
Eu não dou a mínima para a opinião dos editores.
I couldn't care less about your opinion. I couldn't care less about her because I think she's rude and her attitude just bothers me.
Eu não dou a mínima.
I think he couldn't care less about the kid. They couldn't care less about this situation. Actually, no one is going to do anything about it. She couldn't care less what you wrote about. I couldn't care less about politics.
Eu não dou a mínima para a política.
Get real, she couldn't care less about you.
Que na real, ela não dá a mínima para você.
He couldn't care less about technology and, like me, had a problem with people in general.
Win over.
They've won over a lot of the electorate since she's been leader of the party.
Conquistaram.
The senator made a stirring speech, but failed to win over enough votes to pass his bill.
Win over. Conquistar.
I won over the mayor to our side.
Eu conquistei o prefeito para o nosso lado.
The politician spent a long time trying to win over the undecided voters. She knows this time she will win over him and he will agree to the marriage proposal. He's not sure about the idea at the moment, but I'm sure we'll win him over in the end.
Vamos convencê-lo.
We finally won him over to our point of view.
Convencemos.
At first, they didn't want to join us for dinner, but we finally won them over.
Convencemos.
I hope I can win them all over to our side.
Conquistar todos eles para o nosso lado.
The argument she used to win them over was not about who was right and who was wrong.
Stop by. Stop by. Dá uma parada.
On our way to the party, we need to stop by the store and get a gift.
Dá uma parada.
Why don't you stop by sometime for lunch? Stop by on your way home and I'll give you that book. I stopped by my friend's house on the way home from work. I was coming home, but I decided to stop by my aunt's on the way. I hope you'll stop by this afternoon. I was passing your house, so I thought I'd stop by for a chat. Can you stop in at the courthouse for a minute today?
Courthouse, tribunal.
He stopped in at Martha's whenever he came to New York on business. She was very glad that I stopped in.
Get off my back.
Get off my back, man.
Pare de encher o saco, cara.
Get off my back about my body. I'll do it when I'm ready. Get off my back.
Sai do meu pé.
I'm tired of your constant criticism. Get off my back. Liz, please get off my back. You've been making comments about my work all morning. You'd better get off my back before I lose my temper. Get off my back or I'll kick your butt. Sometimes I want my employer to get off my back. I was unable to finish my project because of my friend's interference. Hence, I asked him to get off my back. Get off my back. Go bug somebody else. He's on my back about it. He's on my back about it. He's on my back again about that report I haven't done yet.
Ele está me enchendo o saco por causa do relatório que eu ainda não fiz.
He's on my back again about that report I haven't done yet.
Party pooper. Estraga prazeres.
You're such a party pooper. I knew she was right, but man, she's such a party pooper.
Estraga prazer.
Why are you such a party pooper, Tiffany? Jeff is a party pooper because he won't lend me his car. A party pooper who insisted they turn the music down. Stop being a party pooper and let me have fun. Don't invite Fred, he's a party pooper. Lucia says not to do it, but she's a party pooper, so I'm on the prowl for some other feedback. I feel I'm being a party pooper by saying no. Sorry for being a party pooper, but I won't help you.
Last but not least. Por último, mas não menos importante.
This is Jeremy, this is Olivia, and last but not least, this is Eva. Last but not least, we are discussing the powers of this new authority. Last but not least, much still needs to be done to improve public attitudes.
Por último, mas não menos importante. Last but not least.
Last but not least, Gary in midfield has been brilliant. And now, last but not least, I'd like to present Bill Smith, who will give us some final words. And last but not least, I'd like to thank a man who's been a real inspiration to me, Dick Smith. And last but not least, I'd like to introduce you to the director, Michael Simpson. And last but not least, he's the father of my national security advisor on Eastern Europe. And finally, last but not least, the boss. Last but not least, I'd like to say thank you to my husband Nico for his never-ending support.
Ever since. Desde aquela.
Ever since that night, our lives changed forever. Ever since that day, I have lived only for revenge. Jody said her son has been over the moon ever since his birthday surprise. He's been sitting there ever since she went inside. To be honest, ever since Christmas Eve, I've been isolating myself on purpose. He got arrested and he's in jail ever since. They've been standing outside ever since.
Desde então.
It's been almost 2 weeks of no contact, no phone call, no email. He is like this ever since. Maya doesn't mind. He is like this ever since. This theme has been prominent in art, literature, film, and social criticism ever since.
Desde então. Cheer up. Animar-se.
After a while, she began to cheer up and smile more. Cheer up, things could be worse. The hospital staged a musical to cheer up the sick patients. He cheers up when he sees his girlfriend.
Ele fica animado.
I brought you some flowers to cheer you up. A good friend can always cheer you up. When Bill was sick, Anne tried to cheer him up by reading to him. Let's buy her some flowers to cheer her up. Jack stopped at her apartment every day to bring her food and cheer her up.
Show off.
I don't like show-offs at all.
Eu não gosto de gente exibida nem um pouco.
Stop being a show-off.
Exibida.
Tim, you're such a show-off. He's a tremendous show-off in front of the ladies. Stop showing off and do your job. He's just showing off because that girl he likes is here. Please stop showing off. He keeps showing off how smart he is by correcting everyone. He likes to show off how well he speaks French.
Exibir.
She wanted to show off her new husband at the party. A dress that shows off her figure.
Vestido que destaca sua figura.
The shirt really showed off his new tie.
I can't help but. Eu não posso deixar de notar.
I can't help but notice you are learning a lot of languages at once.
Eu não posso deixar de notar que você está aprendendo um monte de idiomas de uma vez só.
I can't help but notice you are learning a lot of languages at once. I can't help but do this for anything I really like. I can't help but think he was hiding something.
Eu não posso deixar de pensar que ele está escondendo alguma coisa.
I can't help but want you.
Eu não posso deixar de querer você.
I can't help but speak the truth.
Não posso deixar de falar a verdade.
I can't help but fight against this feeling.
Eu não posso deixar de lutar contra esse sentimento.
I can't help but wish that you were safe at home. I can't help but imagine that it's true. I can't help but wait till you change your mind.
Eu não posso deixar de esperar até que você mude de ideia.
I can't help but think about you every night before I go to bed.
Look after.
We look after the neighbor's cat while they're away.
Nós cuidamos do gato dos vizinhos enquanto eles estão fora.
We look after the neighbor's cat while they're away.
Cuidamos.
Don't worry about Mia. She can look after herself.
Cuidar dela mesma.
He asked me to look after his daughter while he was away. If you look after your clothes, they last a lot longer. She looked after him as he walked toward the train station. You can look after your teeth by following a simple, regular routine.
Cuidar.
That's an organization that looks after the interests of artists. It's hard work looking after 3 children all day. She's looking after 10 children, many of them orphans.
Fed up. Chateado.
I'm really fed up with your complaining.
Eu estou realmente chateado com a sua reclamação.
I'm fed up with it. I'm out of here.
Eu estou farto disso, estou fora daqui.
What are you fed up with?
Por que você está farto? Saco cheio.
Jessica is fed up with her husband. I know you're fed up, ladies, but keep your head up.
Fed up, ladies. Eu sei que vocês estão chateadas, moças. Fed up. Saco cheio.
I'm fed up with the airlines treating us like garbage. I'm fed up with the government taking care of the corporations and not the people. I'm fed up with your lies and cheating. I'm fed up with my job. I'm fed up with this world.
Estou farto desse mundo. It's not my cup of tea.
Sorry, chocolate cake is not my cup of tea.
Desculpe, eu não sou chegado em bolo de chocolate.
Opera is not my cup of tea.
Não sou chegado em ópera.
Playing golf isn't his cup of tea. Coffee is not my cup of tea. Going to church, Mary said, was not her cup of tea. David, would you like to go ice skating tomorrow evening with me? To be honest, Mary, ice skating's not my cup of tea. Would you like to go to the cinema instead? Some people love football, but it's not my cup of tea. I prefer bowling. Do you like Britney Spears? No, that kind of music isn't my cup of tea. I know that horror films are not your cup of tea, but you should definitely see this one. It's amazing. I feel proud of my wife. She is really my cup of tea.
At all.
I don't like them at all.
Eu não gosto deles nem um pouco.
I don't like them at all. They don't care at all about it.
Eles não se importam nem um pouco com isso.
That's not funny at all.
Não é nem um pouco engraçado.
He doesn't like working at all.
Ele não gosta de trabalhar nem um pouco.
I don't think so at all.
Eu não penso assim nem um pouco.
She doesn't smoke at all.
Ela não fuma nem um pouco.
I don't miss you at all.
Eu não sinto saudade de você nem um pouco.
Are you afraid? Not at all.
Não, nem um pouco.
He's by far the best player here, don't you think? Not at all, mate.
Nem um pouco, colega.
When it comes to fishing, John is an expert.
Quando se trata de pesca, John é especialista.
When it comes to science communication, are we doing enough? They feel inadequate when it comes to learning through formal education programs.
Quando se trata de...
When it comes to trouble, Mary really knows how to cause it. When it comes to you, I break all the rules. When it comes to technology, I have no idea what I'm doing. Are you shy when it comes to speaking a foreign language? Failure is not an option when it comes to medical equipment. When it comes to advertising and marketing, translation is not as easy as it seems. When it comes to drinking alcohol, what works for one person may not work for another.
Go with.
Lose the goatee. It doesn't go with your suit.
Tira o cavanhaque, ele não combina com o seu terno.
Lose the goatee. It doesn't go with your suit. The car doesn't go with the house.
O carro não combina com a casa.
Does this tie go with my shirt?
Combina com...
Does this jacket go with this skirt? Which shoes go best with this dress? Those colors don't really go together. You're offering $500. I think we can go with that.
Eu acho que nós podemos concordar com isso.
I think we should go with yellow for the walls. We're going with our original plan in the end. I heard that Carol is going with the guy who works downstairs.
Está ficando com um cara que trabalha lá embaixo.
I bet you won't go with her.
Eu aposto que você não vai ficar com ela.
Didn't he have something going with one of his students?
Ele não estava tendo um caso com uma de suas alunas?
Didn't he have something going with one of his students? She's been going with him since she was at university. Does a car go with the job? A fair amount of stress seems to go with jobs like this. I'll go with you to the park.
Eu vou com você para o parque.
You'll go with her to the school.
Ele vai com ela para a escola.
Would you please go with your little brother to the park to play?
Get across.
I was trying to get across how much I admired them. What message are you trying to get across to the consumer?
Passar, to get across.
I just couldn't get my message across at the meeting.
Eu simplesmente não consegui passar minha mensagem na reunião.
I just want to get my point across.
Explicar o meu ponto.
Can you help me get this across?
Explicar isso.
He sometimes has trouble getting his meaning across in English. I got my point across by giving lots of examples. You'll get your message across if you speak clearly. It's impossible to get across the road with all this traffic.
Atravessar a estrada.
How are we going to get these bags across the river?
Atravessar essas bolsas.
We have to get everyone across the bridge.
Atravessar todo mundo para o outro lado da ponte. Overlook.
I'll overlook your mistake this time.
Eu vou deixar passar o seu erro dessa vez.
The detective overlooked an important clue.
Deixou passar uma pista importante.
Such a crime should not be overlooked.
Ignorado.
He seems to have overlooked one important fact.
Deixado passar.
Even the editor overlooked this error.
Até mesmo o editor deixa passar esse erro.
The player was overlooked by other teams. The tower overlooks the sea.
A torre tem vista para o mar.
We rented a suite that overlooks the lake.
Tem vista para o lago.
The kitchen overlooks the garden.
Tem vista para o jardim.
The mountains that overlook the village.
So far, so good. Até aqui tudo bem.
So far, so good, but how do I add content to my website? So far, so good, but not good enough by far. So far, so good, although this cloud world is pretty new.
Até aqui tudo bem. So far, so good.
For a long time, I was searching only the best surf spots of each country, the right season, maps of swell and car hire in each place. So far, so good. Okay, guys, that's all for today. Do you have any questions? No, teacher. So far, so good. Hey, Jim, how's your father today? As far as I know, so far, so good.
Até onde eu sei, até agora tudo bem.
I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Well, so far, so good. We are half finished with our project. So far, so good. The operation is proceeding quite nicely. So far, so good, he thought, trying to make himself feel more cheerful. How's your new job, son? So far, so good.
Get off scot-free. Get off scot-free. Saem impunes.
People are being attacked while the true perpetrators get off scot-free.
Pessoas estão sendo atacadas enquanto os verdadeiros criminosos saem impunes.
Multinationals cannot get off scot-free. Do you think we could get off scot-free? The thief went scot-free.
O ladrão saiu impune.
That guy is getting off scot-free.
Saindo impune.
The judge said there wasn't enough evidence and he got off scot-free. Jane cheated on the test and got caught, but she got off scot-free.
Jenny trapaceou no teste, foi pega, mas ela saiu impune.
If she tells him about you both, you certainly won't get off scot-free. It is quite incredible to think that these people are still getting off scot-free after all. Every time I do something wrong, I get off scot-free.
Before long.
If we keep spending so much, before long we'll be without any money.
Em breve, nós estaremos sem nenhum dinheiro.
I think we'll be finished with this before long.
Em breve.
Spring should be coming before long.
A primavera deve vir em breve.
Before long, he took over the editing of the magazine. Sadly, it didn't work out, and before long, they were divorced. I have to leave you so soon, but I'll be back before long. I expect to start hearing about success stories before long. I believe that before long, we will be able to congratulate you on passing the exam. I am very curious to see her before long.
Em breve.
Before long, we'll forget about the problems.
Em breve. No dice.
When I asked about a loan, he said no dice.
O empréstimo nada feito.
I asked if we could go to the party, but Mom said no dice.
De jeito nenhum.
Will you go out with me? No dice.
Sem chance.
Can you lend me $10? Sorry, no dice. I don't have any money with me. I was hoping that I would run into her at the park, but no dice.
Sem chance.
No, it can't be done. No dice.
Nada feito.
Hey, John, can I borrow a cigarette? No dice.
De jeito nenhum.
Give me the keys or no dice.
Me dê as chaves ou nada feito.
May I try to beat your high score? What? No dice. The Giants could have made it an exciting ball game, but no dice. I've looked for her, but no dice for now.
In order to... Para que eu possa...
In order to help you, I need your email address.
Para que eu possa te ajudar.
She stood in order to see over the crowd.
Para que eu pudesse ver através da multidão.
I will mention only two in order to be brief.
Para que possa ser breve.
We are determined to achieve our targets in order to control the tuberculosis disease.
In order to...
We all need stress in order to achieve and do our best work. She arrived early in order to get a good seat. People come here in order to give their children a better life. I checked my bag twice in order to make sure that I had everything. In order to get a complete picture, further information is needed. In order to succeed, companies have to sell their products at competitive prices. She has to work 2 jobs in order to support her family. In order to remember everything you learned here today, add all the examples to Anki.
In order to remember, para se lembrar. Might, may, as well.
They look so much alike that they may as well be twins.
Eles se parecem tanto que eles devem ser gêmeos também.
We don't know anyone here. We might as well leave.
Nós poderíamos muito bem ir embora.
I might as well begin.
Eu também posso começar. I might as well begin.
Since you have to wait, you might as well sit down and relax.
Você poderia muito bem.
You might as well just make a backup copy of the DVD to preserve your access to the work.
Pode muito bem.
We might as well sit down while we're waiting. You might as well enjoy your money while you've got it.
Poderia muito bem aproveitar o seu dinheiro enquanto você o tem.
If you're going to use hazards as criteria, you might as well ban petrol and caffeine. I may as well get a car wash while at the gas station. It's so hot in Brazil today that we might as well be in hell.
Came across. Eu me deparei com ela.
I came across her at work today.
Me deparei com ela no trabalho hoje.
I came across my girlfriend's face this morning while she was sleeping. I came across my old college roommate in town today. I came across a word I'd never seen before.
Eu me deparei com uma palavra que eu nunca tinha visto antes.
I just came across a sentence that said something weird. I came across this picture when I was cleaning out the attic. Today I came across that new cell phone you wanted.
Eu encontrei.
She came across a very nice person.
Ele encontrou uma pessoa muito boa.
What did you come across that surprised you? What did he come across as an answer for his first question?
dropped the ball.
Sorry, I really dropped the ball.
Me desculpe, eu realmente pisei na bola.
Sorry, I really dropped the ball.
Drop the ball.
I dropped the ball while talking to Lisa the other day. Stop dropping the ball. Public schools have dropped the ball on arts education. She really dropped the ball when she forgot to call back. For God's sake, don't drop the ball. We're relying on you. You can't trust John to do the job right. He's always dropping the ball. Everything was going fine until my bodyguard dropped the ball. You said you would have the translation done today. Yeah, I know, my bad. I dropped the ball.
Have a blast. Nos divertir muito.
We will have a blast tonight at the party. It will be incredible.
Nos divertir.
I'm having a blast here in Canada. I hope to see you soon. The food was good and we had a blast. I hope you have a blast at your birthday party. Jessica has a blast every time she goes out with Marissa. I had a blast at work today. Have a blast with your friends. He had a blast when we got home. My father and I had a blast, and that's priceless. How was your class? I had a blast. My teacher, Mike, is so great.
Long shot.
I know it's a long shot, but would you like to have dinner with me tomorrow?
Eu sei que é bem difícil de acontecer, mas você gostaria de jantar comigo amanhã? Long shot. Difícil de acontecer. Improvável.
Listen, I know it's a long shot, but by any chance, did she find that funny? I guessed the 3 last Super Bowl winners, all long shots. It's a long shot, but I could call Tony and see if he knows her address. It's a long shot, but I say why not?
É um tiro no escuro, mas eu digo, por que não?
I admit it's a long shot, but we've got to at least try.
É um tiro no escuro.
We can try your plan, but it's a long shot and it probably won't work.
É um tiro no escuro.
The horse was a long shot, but we bet on him anyway. I hope to double my profits, but I know that's a long shot.
Mas eu sei que isso é improvável.
It's a long shot, but it just might work.
Take something for granted.
Well, it's when you think that something will always be there. Like sometimes we take for granted that our parents will be there for us. Or we take for granted the kindness of the people that we love. It has a negative connotation. It's like you shouldn't take it for granted. In other words, you should not take it for granted that your parents will always be there. They will die someday, so be good to them, be kind to them. Don't take it for granted they will always be in your life. To grant is to give. So something that is a given is something that we just assume. So if we take something for granted, it's something that we just assume will be there, and perhaps we're not as grateful as we should be. No, I don't think so. I'm thinking of a famous song from the 1980s by Richard Marx. I took for granted all the times that I thought would last somehow. I took for granted all the times I thought would last somehow. So he's basically saying he was in love with somebody and he took for granted the time they had. He never really thought that it would end. So while it was happening, he didn't appreciate it as much as he should have.
I wish you wouldn't take me for granted.
Eu queria que você não fizesse pouco caso de mim.
Don't take me for granted.
Não me desvalorize.
If you take it for granted, you don't deserve it.
Se você não valoriza isso, você não merece isso.
The things you take for granted, someone else is praying for.
As coisas que você não dá valor, take for granted.
Life is a gift. Never take it for granted.
Nunca despreze isso.
Never take anything for granted.
Nunca faça pouco caso de nada.
I guess that I take a lot of things for granted.
Eu acho que eu não valorizo uma porção de coisas.
Someone is praying for the blessings you take for granted. We take so many things for granted in this country. Never take the ones you love for granted.
Nunca deixe de lado aqueles que você ama. Fall assured.
We fell short of money at the end of the month.
Nós ficamos sem dinheiro no final do mês.
Tom fell short of cash and had to borrow from me.
Tom ficou sem dinheiro e teve que pegar emprestado de mim.
It breaks my heart that I fell short of my parents' expectations for my life. The Brazilian soccer team fell short of the fans' expectations in the World Cup. I fell short of my goal to lose 100 pounds. I only lost 80 pounds.
Eu não alcancei o meu objetivo de perder 100 libras.
August car sales fell short of the industry's expectations. The boy's grades fell short of his father's expectations.
Não alcançaram.
The amount of water in the reservoir falls short of our targets this year.
Não alcançou os objetivos esse ano.
Her money fell short, and she had to wire home for help.
O dinheiro dela acabou.
All philosophies and religions which fall short of these ideals are immature.
Todas as filosofias e religiões que não alcançam esses ideais são imaturas.
All philosophies and religions which fall short of these ideals are immature.
It's a piece of cake. Moleza.
It's a piece of cake to work with Sarah. This is a piece of cake compared to some activities you must have done in the past.
Isso é moleza.
Let's face it, this is not going to be a piece of cake. This is the worst mission ever. This English test was a piece of cake.
Foi moleza.
I've been training a lot lately. It's going to be a piece of cake. That project was a piece of cake. It only took me 2 hours. Mother, can you finish your homework in 10 minutes? Son, it will be a piece of cake. Character 1. Do you expect to win your tennis match today? Character 2. It will be a piece of cake. I've always had a hard time studying history, but math is a piece of cake.
Rule out.
Can we rule out the possibility of future terrorist attacks?
Nós podemos excluir a hipótese de ataques terroristas no futuro? Rule out. Excluir.
However, this does not rule out the possibility of normal customs duties being reintroduced for these products during the course of the year.
Exclui.
I would not rule out a full boycott of the Olympics. A blood test will help your doctor rule out allergies.
Eliminar alergias.
Your ideas are great,
But we're going to rule them out just because you've never helped us.
Mas nós vamos descartá-las só porque você nunca nos ajudou.
In principle, Moscow did not rule out the use of force in Kosovo and had no vested interest in the conflict, nor particular. We are studying the market as a whole, and we don't rule out any possibility.
E não descartamos nenhuma possibilidade.
You can't just rule out our opinion.
Você não pode apenas descartar a nossa opinião.
The police have ruled out suicide and are treating it as a case of murder.
A polícia descartou o suicídio e está tratando como um caso de assassinato.
Don't rule out making new friends.
Não descarte fazer novos amigos.
Once you rule out the impossible, whatever is left, however improbable, must be true.
Uma vez que você descarta o impossível, não importa o que resta, mesmo improvável, deve ser verdade.
Once you rule out the impossible, whatever is left, however improbable, must be true.
I'll have you know. Só para você saber.
I'll have you know. I will have you know, man, I am a qualified accountant.
Só para você saber, cara, eu sou um contador qualificado.
I'll have you know I don't care about your money.
Só para você saber, eu não me importo com seu dinheiro.
I'll have you know I've finished all levels of Super Mario.
Só para você saber, I'll have you know.
I will have you know I've been teaching English for 20 years.
Só para você saber.
I will have you know my father is the mayor. I'll have you know I'm the boss. I'll have you know I've been working hard on this project since 2004. Wife, you haven't played with the kids all week. Husband, I will have you know I played with them on Tuesday and Wednesday. Character 1. You didn't take out the garbage. Character 2. I'll have you know I did it last night. Character 1. You don't know anything about politics. Character 2. I'll have you know I was a politician for 20 years. I'll have you know I studied a lot yesterday. Just so you know, I studied a lot yesterday.